Go.
On July 16, 1861, General McDowell marched the troops of his Union Army to the Potomac out of Washington, D.C., toward a railroad junction in Manassas, Virginia. Ordinary citizens followed in wagons and carriages to watch the Union quickly win the war.
I'm General McDowell, and I'm waiting for my train. Left, 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 right, left, 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 right, left, 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 right.
A spy warned the Confederate Army about the Union's plans. However, McDowell waited to attack. This extra time allowed fresh troops to join the Confederate defense. On July 21st, 1861, the Union guns boomed first. Union soldiers attacked General Beauregard's troops, pushing the rebel line back. But Confederate General Stonewall Jackson's troops held their ground. Confederate reinforcements then arrived by train wearing blue uniforms, the color usually worn by Union soldiers. This surprised the Union troops, and the Confederates were able to capture the Union batteries. Confusion set in, and the Union troops retreated.
General McDowell, I'm come to tell you our strategy and our plan.
Put your weapon down. What is it?
Okay, we are going to try to plan a sneak attack tomorrow on the bridge. We heard nothing.
On July 21st, 1861, the First Battle of Bull Run occurred. It was the first real major conflict of the American Civil War. A Union army consisting of 28,000 men, commanded by General McDowell, fought 33,000 Confederates under General Beauregard. The Union army, under pressure to crush the rebellion in the South, marched towards Richmond, but met the Confederate forces coming north from Manassas, a southern base. At the beginning of the 5-hour battle, the Union soldiers had the Confederates on retreat, except for one brigade, commanded by General Jackson. Due to Jackson's ability to hold his grounds and his stubbornness, the men saw him similar to a stone wall, hence the nickname Stonewall Jackson. Thanks to Jackson, the Confederates were able to hold out until General Johnston showed up with 9,000 reinforcements to help out Beauregard near Henry House Hill. The arrival changed the course of the battle, and soon the Union soldiers were fleeing back to Washington. However, because of the disorganization of Beauregard's army, they could not pursue McDowell any further. The battle proved that this was not going to be one decided war for either side. As was predicted, the casualties soared to 2,900 killed, wounded, captured, or missing for McDowell's army and 2,000 for Beauregard's army. The battle spurred a sense of victory in the South, pushing them on, and in the North a feeling of revenge.
Make the first shot. Bam! Go! Attack!
Good.
Bye-bye. Help?
Union troops hurried across Bull Run Creek to return to Washington, D.C. Civilians had come to watch, panicked as these troops rushed towards them. Some Southerners later wondered why Confederate soldiers did not chase the Union troops to Washington, but at least the victory belonged to the South. Both sides now seriously needed to recruit and train armies. President Lincoln appointed General George McClellan as head of the Union Army. General Joseph E. Johnston continued to command Confederate forces around Richmond, Virginia. After Manassas, much of the fighting concentrated on controlling waterways near the Tennessee and Mississippi rivers. Union naval blockades, such as the Southern coastline, were already in place.